Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Action by Windsor Bags. Windsor Bags is owned by ACL Pro Ryan Windsor. These bags are actually made by BG, which is his bag sponsor. Let's go ahead and break down this Action bag. We'll start with materials. Flow side, it's that same carpet you find on the Viking and the Mercenary. It's a 4-speed. It's a very controllable material. It's a wonderful carpet material. You can do a lot with it. You have a ton of control over it. You can shape shots with it. It plays well in humidity as well. So wonderful material. 4-speed on that. Fast side. This is the same fast side you find on the Slide Right. It's the same material you find on the slow side of the All Slide. You find on the slow side of the Fire Incinerator, slow side of the Titan Devastator. It's very similar to that fast side of the Viking, but not quite the same. It plays a lot like it. A lot of the characteristics as far as the playability the same on it. It's a 7-speed material in normal conditions. I find that it plays a little better in humid conditions. It will slow down, but as conditions start to get humid, boards start to get sticky from moisture, this material doesn't slow down quite as quickly as that Viking Pro Advantage fast side material does. It'll keep moving through that a little longer, but it eventually gets to a point where it does start to slow down. Anyway, I think there's something about this slider material that Ryan Windsor actually likes, because when he was with Reynolds, he threw a bag called the Platinum, which was the Pro Advantage carpet and the same fast side. So for whatever reason, Ryan Windsor likes this material better than that Viking fast side, because it seems to be whatever bags he uses, he tends to like this material. Anyway, it's a wonderful material. So we're looking at 4-7 speed on this bag. Template wise, it's that BG template, which you're used to seeing on the Viking, Mercenary, Wizard kind of. It's a medium-sized template. It's got a decent amount of fill to it, so you're not going to get a really, really floppy bag. There's some flop here, but there's not a lot of flop, right? Which honestly, for a carpet bag, you want some fill. You want to be able to grip a hold of it. I don't usually like it. I typically like floppier bags, but when it comes to carpet, I want a little bit of fullness to it, because that fullness allows you to really control the bag, to shape the shots, to do the things you would do with a carpet bag. So I like the template on here. It's fairly fine. The amount of fill in here, it's a medium to fullness in this. I think it's the same fill that BG uses in the Viking, the Mercenary, the Wizard, those bags. I don't know why they use a different fill. It's definitely a mixed fill, blended fill in here. Which I really like. It gives the bag a lot of movement, a lot of playability to it. It's a wonderful material, wonderful fill in here. Let's go ahead and jump into playability on this. And this is a bag really designed for that control game, that dirty style game. On faster boards, you could probably run bags in the hole with to get away with it. But if you were going to run bags in the hole, I think something like, and you want to stay along the same BG line, something like a Wizard, Sorcerer, even the Shapeshifters or the new Witchers, those bags are doing better than even the Dark Slide 2.0, which I reviewed long ago. Those are all better bags for running the hole. This falls in line more, like I said, with that Viking Mercenary, where you're looking to really play a dirty style game. You're wanting to put blockers up there. You're wanting to cause a lot of chaos, a lot of congestion. And I think this does a really, really good job of it. Like this material, you can put a blocker pretty much wherever you want on the board. You have a ton of control with this. You can lay blockers out there. You can slow it down. The fast side is, it's not, again, it's a 7-speed. It's not the fastest material. So if you're not a great, if you have a higher loft to your throw, higher arc to your throw, or you're not really a great pusher, you may want to go something a little faster. Like the Mercenary has that 8-speed, 8.5 speed fast side. It'll push a little better. This is a little bit more of a material where if you have a harder throw, this is perfect, right? Because then you can still throw a little harder and not really fear of throwing the bag off the back or losing the bag completely. You still have a little bit of control over it. But as far as collectability on this bag, when you're throwing blockers up there, the bag is full enough that you come through, you're clipping a corner, you're taking it in. Now, the issues that I have with bags like this, and I don't want it to be a negative, but when you're going to collect bags, I talk about it a lot. These bags have bounce to them. This mixed fill, this bag has a lot of bounce, a lot of movement, a lot of hop to it, which makes it wonderful for rolling, for flopping, for cutting, for doing all those shot shaping things that people do with carpet bags. But when you go to collect, you got to be careful, because if you lay it too close to the bag, what happens is it just wants to kind of bounce, hop, and skip right over. Perfect for if you're playing against an opponent who throws dirty style bags or throws blockers and plays a dirty style game, because if they put their blockers up, you come in, you don't have to try to roll or flop. Just go right behind it. The bag will bounce, hop over, because it just wants to move. It wants to hop. These bags don't really slide up the board on the slow side. They hit and they kind of walk up. They kind of, they're because they're so sticky, they're walking up more than they're sliding, and you get that hopping over the bag. So when I find if I want to collect these bags, eventually, especially my third or fourth bag, I'm gonna go slick slide. Slick slide, you get a little more slide with the bag, but you've got to make sure you land far enough down the board that it hits, kind of does this walking movement, and then straightens out and then takes in. Again, fast enough. If you go too close, you still can hop over the back. Now, that also leads to the fact that you have, like I said, I talked about the control of the bag and the shot shaping. This is a wonderful material, wonderful bag for cutting because of that movement, that action. When it hits, you throw a tilt on your bag when the other, it hits, it wants to it's going to make that turn. You can almost make 90-degree turns around bags. It's wonderful if you play a cut style game, which is kind of where I like to go with bags when I'm playing dirt style games. I don't do a lot of rolling or flopping. I like to cut around more, and this is awesome for that. And it's really a nice bag for even if you don't throw blockers, right? You're not a dirty style player, but you're a hard thrower or you're playing on faster boards. It's a nice bag. You usually want to run bags in the hole, but you play against an opponent who does play dirty style bags or dirty style game and throws those blockers up there. When they got their blockers there, you can just work around these bags without having. You don't have to be a great shot shaper, right? The bags want to get around on their own. So you don't have to be able to put a really steep tilt or angle on your bag to cut. Just a slight little angle, the bag's going to hit and make that turn and get around for you. It does the work for you. Now, that also leads me to say that this bag has a kick to it. So if you don't throw a flat bag, it's going to punish you. It's going to penalize you because it is going to kick. It's a consistent kick. I talk about this quite often. As long as you have the same tilt to your bag every time, as long as you're consistent in your throw, you can adjust your throw and play that kick, but it will kick on you. This material combined with this fill, it is going to kick, but that gives it, that kick is what also leads to the cutability, to the rolling, the flopping. Like, this is a great shop shaping bag. So if you're looking to play, if you like the BG, if you like the Viking, the BG Viking, that's where this bag is everything but the fast side. It's identical to it. The fast side, the same speeds. It's really a Viking with just a little bit different fast side, but that's the bag it really compares to. Reminds you so much of that Viking. I love the Viking. Not everybody does. The other thing I'll mention too, as far as maybe negative, is because the bags are a little fuller, you will get some bunching, some clogging in the hole. If you've got multiple bags up there, especially when you get two bags sitting side by side and you come with your third bag down the middle to collect, slick side, whatever. A lot of times they're going to hit, they're going to clog, they're going to bunch, they're going to block up the hole, and then you're stuck. Not a bad thing if you're ahead. If you've got first bag, your first bag's in the hole. Maybe your opponent, there's a second bag, there's a blocker. You throw your third up there. Maybe they've got one behind. You can come in, bunch it up, clog the hole up. You have a bag in, they don't. You're going to get points no matter what because they can't get a bag in. So not always a bad thing to be able to clog the hole if you can play it to your advantage. Just realize if you've got two bags there sitting and you're wanting to collect them, you've got to go one at a time. You've got to step out and take one bag or the other, whichever side you are, and then collect the other one in the next bag. If you try to take them both, there's a good chance that it's going to clog the hole just because they're fuller, bigger bags, and you got the sticky material. They're going to grab, they're going to bind, and they're going to clog. Not a bad thing, and it's not something that's exclusive to this bag. Most of your fuller carp bags are going to do that. It's kind of the trade-off. I always talk about the trade-off, the zero-sum game of cornhole bags. When you gain control and shot shaping ability on, like you do in this bag's through the roof on its control and shot shaping. You've got to take away from other areas to get that, and that's kind of the trade-off you get. So just be aware of that. Not a big issue. I really love throwing the bag. This is a bag that fits my style of play, especially when boards are a little faster, because I can really control this and not worry about bags flying off the back. So I love the action. If you like the Viking, I think you're going to love this bag, so you definitely want to check it out. Leads me to availability. These action bags are only available on WindsorBags.com. I'll put a link in the description. You can't get them through the BG site. However, on the Windsor Bags websites, they do sell Vikings and Wizards, and I think yes, Sorcerers are on there as well. A lot of the BG bags you can buy with the Windsor Bags logo on there, branded for them, but the action is exclusively through Windsor Bags. So WindsorBags.com, go check them out. When I went last look, they're $100 for a set of them, and I think it's like $12 shipping, so $112, kind of right along that same pricing you get with BG. On the pricier side, definitely not the most expensive, but it's kind of on that pricier side of bags. But they're great quality bags. If this is the style of bag you're looking for, it's worth the money. You're gonna love them. They're gonna play great. So check them out. WindsorBags.com, the action bag. Let me know if you've thrown them. I love to hear your feedback on them, whether you like them, don't like. I always love hearing that. So thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.